Tri-State Spartans, welcome to the new season.
My favorite quotes that I learned from a mentor of mine is make preparation your separation, and that I want to be as prepared as possible for everything that I do.
Because it all goes back to preparation. If you're not preparing yourself for the meet, you're not going to get the time you deserve. So for me, I have to make sure I'm doing all the work leading up to a big meet so that I get behind the block and I don't have to think about anything else. I'm not worried about how I prepared.
The way you approach one thing is the way you approach everything.
That's right.
But the kids that go and wear their polos, do their 3.0, they show up on time, they take their supplements, they take the weight room serious, those guys tend to outwork the talented guys. Hard work beats talent when talent stops working hard. Talent isn't enough anymore. You have to be able to have the grit, the hard work. You have to be able to be uncomfortable, right? It's not about just being a talented guy. I watch so many talented guys year in and year out that phase out because they never really buy into the process, right? They talk about the process.
Of course.
They talk about how good they want to be. They're the first one to let everybody know how good they are, but they're the first ones to transfer once things get hard. And that's a lack of mental performance and lack of mental strength. And I'm tired of seeing it.
When we was at United, Ronaldo was the biggest example of someone that, from the outside, you think, God-given talent, doesn't need to work hard, just turns up on a football pitch, looks $1 million, and just goes out there. Well, in the day of Ronaldo, there was only an hour in the day where he was coached. The rest of it was him self-driven, getting to training early, doing his weights, doing his abdominals, doing his massage, going home, employing a chef to look after his nutrition, going to bed for 3 hours in an afternoon. Ultimately, the day in the life of Ronaldo, for me, is a perfect example of when you see him doing the step overs, every training session finished, extra training, then he would take a ball around the whole circumference of Carrington training ground, doing his step overs, jogging pace, walking pace, drag backs, step backs, croives, and that was like 3K round the training ground. Day before the game, he'd do it, and people say, "Oh, God-given talent." No, that lad used to watch YouTube clips of a skill he liked, and then he would go and practice it, then he would take it out on the training ground, and that lad got absolutely booted every single day on Scholes, my brother, Keane, he used to get up, never moan one bit. The most mentally tough player I've ever played with.
Our mind, it's a box of surprises, and the discipline is the most difficult thing, not only in the sports, but in life. Because everyone wants to be Cristiano, but I give you the map. You think you will do it? It's difficult.
The discipline.
The discipline is the most difficult thing. Small details, in the end of the day, will make the big difference, in my opinion. So, as you say, and I will keep repeat, the consistent is the most difficult thing. We are all human beings. We are not happy every day. We are, not in a good mood every day. It's normal. It's part of us. It's the big challenge. It's when you're not willing to do something, but you have to do it. This is the main point. This is why I say you have to challenge yourself to be consistent. Sometimes it's hard. It's what many people say. You like to go to the gym every day? Of course no. It's not true. Nobody likes to go to the gym every day. But you have to do it.
You want to see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself.
Tired is only in the mind. You tell yourself you're tired, you're going to be tired. I don't get tired.
Come on, man. Get up. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. The next day. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up.
When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, this is what we do. It's what we do now.
So it's a mindset when we're running 10 yards. Do you run 8 or do you run 10? If we're running 20, do you run 19 or do you run 20? If we're running 60, do you run 58 or do you run 60? It's a mindset. It's a habit that you create. It's not really about what you want. It's about what you're willing to do to get it.
But the important thing to understand is you can't shortchange yourself. Like you're not cheating anybody but yourself. Right? I mean, you're tired. You're literally this far away from the line. Why would you not go that extra to touch the line? Right? So if I let him get away with that, right, all of a sudden he starts maybe to cheat something over here, right? Not give his best over here, not give his best over here. And as years go on, he's going to be he's not going to reach his full potential because he's been taking these little shortcuts that just add up. And you can't let that happen. step by step, one foot in front of the other, day by day, get better every single day. And then when you look back and you look down and you realize the mountain that you can scale. You can't jump to the bottom of Everest. You get to the top of Everest like that. Not happen. Superman is only a comet.
Playing college or go pro, you have to master the mundane, because talent and potential mean nothing if you can't consistently do the boring things when you don't feel like doing them. 90% of success in sports comes down to doing the obvious, boring thing for an uncommonly long period of time without convincing yourself that you're better or smarter than you are. So get good at the basics, the boring stuff, the simple things. Training right, eating clean, sleeping. The best do it on the good days and the best do it on the bad days too, because they know it's about showing up and executing with the same level of urgency and attention to detail every single day, whether they're excited to do it or not. The minute you start taking your foot off the gas is the minute you start to lose.
Are you ready?